everybody, welcome to Rhea Lynn's World, and today I am going to make corned beef hash. It is breakfast time and it's one of my favorites, and I haven't made it in a long time, so I'm glad you're with me. And so I am going to take this and put this here so that you can watch me cook, and then at the end I'll sit down and eat with you. So if you haven't eaten yet today, make sure and grab something and sit down and eat with me and visit with me today as I enjoy keto corned beef hash. All right guys, so I have started my pan. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. I know that's a lot for some of you, but it really makes it really good. I'm going to kind of move this a little bit so you can see as I'm cooking, because it is so fun. So easy to make too for breakfast. There we go. Alright, and now I'm going to take I cut up my jicama, and jicama is going to take about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to cook, depending on how you cut it up. And I'm just going to, and I've got some onions. I've got about 2 tablespoons of onions cut up, diced. I'm putting that in there. And I cut up my corned beef ahead of time too, so I've got that in between my jicama here. All right, yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So stir that all up. You can put a lid on it if you want to get it going, cooking a little bit faster. I use some Himalayan sea salt, some black pepper, and I like a little bit of a kick to this, so I add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just a little. If you don't like heat, you don't have to add this, but it gives an extra little bit of flavor. Yum. Okay, I've cooked this for about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and it's not all the way done, but I want to add my corned beef to it. I've cooked this for a few minutes, probably 10-15 minutes, and now I'm going to add, they're not all the way done, but I'm going to add my corned beef. And you can use fresh corned beef if you have it. I didn't have it, so I used this brand here, and I've used it before, and it's pretty good. It comes in a can, so you want to make sure and shred it all up. Get it into little pieces. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let that cook in with the jicama and the onions and stir it every couple of minutes or so. And then what's going to happen is you're going to notice that between the butter and the caramelization, it will start to get, some of the pieces of corned beef will start to get kind of crispy, which you don't have to have it that way. That's the way I like it. It will still be soft, but there'll still be like edging that will be crispy. And I just take it lightly and kind of break it all up so that you get even amounts of corned beef with your jicama. And if you guys haven't tried jicama before, you guys are in for a really big treat, because it kind of takes the flavor of whatever it is that you're cooking. And if you know me, you know that I love this instead of potatoes. And I use it in everything. I use it as hash browns, I use it in French fries, I use it in corned beef hash, I use it in clam chowder. It is so amazing, and a lot of people don't like cauliflower and they don't like a lot of other things. Well, this has the consistency of potatoes, and I'm telling you what, if you haven't tried a jicama, you really are missing out, because if you're trying to stay low carb or you're trying to stay away from potatoes for whatever reason, This is an amazing alternative. I've never come up with anything else that I've liked even remotely close to this. And I cook a lot. All right, so I'm gonna put the lid back on that and let that cook for a while. I was trying to see how much corned beef this is. It's 4 servings. Oh, each serving is 3 ounces, 369. So this is a 12-ounce can of corned beef. All right, let's let that cook for a bit. Okay, so my corned beef is nice and crispy in some of the areas there. And that's what I like. Partially tender, partially crispy. So this is perfect for me. Now, it's at this point, whoever doesn't like eggs could just serve this up and eat it. But I love eggs with this. So I move everything over to the side. And then I'm just gonna throw a bunch of eggs, and you just kind of get them in there and kind of scramble them up. No special way. I'm going to do 5 eggs. You can do none, or you can do however many you want. I feel like 5 is kind of the magic number for this recipe. And then I kind of let them cook, stir them a little bit, blend them a bit, whatever you want to call it. Let them just stay on this side until they're done. Just kind of break up all the yolks. I let them just do their thing, do their thing, do their thing. And then I mix it up into the corned beef hash when it's done. This is such a simple recipe. I think the longest is just waiting for the jicama to cook, and if you dice it really small, it doesn't take very long at all. It's so fast, and it is such a hearty meal. And dang, we're talking almost the end of September here, so hearty meals and low carb, you know, they kind of go hand in hand, but I have a tendency to cook a little bit more hearty meals for breakfast when it gets a little cooler. Let's see how that's just scrambling up nicely. And you don't have to scramble them. You could just put them right on top of the corned beef hash and have them over easy or over hard, or flip them. You can do whatever you want. This is just the way that I do the recipe, but the wonderful thing about this is you have the freedom to do whatever you want. So some of my corned beef has gotten into the eggs, which is fine. I'm gonna let that cook for just about another minute or so, and then I'll mix it all up together. Oh, this is looking so nice. Okay, so then this is all you do. You just kind of incorporate the eggs in. I've seasoned it nicely. The cayenne pepper, if you want it in, is an extra nice touch. If you don't, that's fine too, but you've got the crispy of the corned beef. You've got the jicama that tastes just like potatoes. You've got the tender onions in there for some full flavor, and you've got yourself a meal. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Who wouldn't love that? Who just wouldn't love that? So I'm going to scoop this up, go sit down, and I'm going to eat with you. So I'll be right back. All right, here we are. I'm back at it, and I'm so excited. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Keto corned beef hash. Whew. Look at that. That's amazing. So beautiful. I sprinkled some parsley over the top of it, and you've got the crunchy, you see that? Oh my goodness, the crunchy of the corned beef. I can't wait to try this with you guys. If you haven't, this recipe here is so easy. It came to me one day when I was cutting up jicama for fries. And I thought, oh my gosh, then I made a recipe for hash browns because it tasted so amazing with hash browns. Eat with me, guys. If you have a meal, sit down and eat with me. The eggs are amazing. I love eggs though. Eggs are such a good source of protein. The jicama is tender. Look at that. It's so tender. The onions have a little bit of a crunch to them, and the corned beef hash has a crunchiness. Woo, I love it. It's such a hearty breakfast. I love this. So it came to me one day. I hadn't had corned beef hash. I used to have that when I was a little girl. My mom and dad, especially my dad, would do a lot of cooking, and he would whip things up in the morning, you know, before we go to breakfast. And when I first tried that or first looked at it, I was not happy. And you know how you are as a kid, you sit there and you just think, yeah, I'm not going to eat that. I'm just going to sit here until you let me up from the table. And one day I was really hungry, and it was about the third time he made that, and I hadn't tried it. And so I took a little bite. I just tried it was potatoes back then. And I took a bite of it, and I thought, you know what, this really has some flavor. And then I thought I didn't like corned beef because I was such a stickler about, my dad used to make liver. He bought and sold cattle, and so he butchered his own cows, and he would eat every part of the cow, including the liver. And he was the type of person that he taught us to cook our meat so well done that it took probably 10 minutes to chew one bite of meat, whether it was steak or anything else. So he loved liver. And he would cook this liver and then put a piece of steak that looked like a steak, but it was liver. And I remember sitting there almost 12 hours. I was not eating that. I was trying to feed it to the dog. I was trying to chew it up and move it around on my plate. I added ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise and everything I could add to it. So this kind of gave me that same thought about what is he putting in, you know, in with the eggs? How come we can't just have eggs? Well, I tried it, and honestly, I fell in love with it. And so I hadn't had it in years because my husband would never eat anything like this. He doesn't like corned beef in any form or fashion. And so I was whipping it up, and I just tried, you know how things just kind of come to you. And they do me anyway in the kitchen. I'm the type of person that can open up the refrigerator or my pantry, and I see what I have, kind of have a photogenic memory, and then I can just, in my mind, just kind of think about, oh, that would be good. So that's why I decided to start my cookbook, because I don't ever remember what I put in things. And so this has been the third time that I have made this keto style with the jicama, and I've become such a huge fan of jicama that I even put it in my chicken pot pies. I mean, it's just so versatile, and it has the consistency of a potato. So again, if you haven't tried it, please do. But I've taken a lot of my recipes through the years and kind of transformed them. I don't know, I'm not as faithful as I should be to keto. And I know when I first started keto, I lost 30 pounds and I lost 16 inches the first month. And if you look at any of my videos down here, in the previous months, plenty of months ago, almost a year, you'll see I did every day that I was on keto and how I felt and what I was eating, and I videotaped the cooking of it. And so I've just kind of, because I've had so many things going on, I've had some health issues and things going on, so my goal this year is to really get back into it, because I feel really good when I eat it. And a lot of times, you know, if we're going out or dining out, it's very easy to get off of it. And so I just know that I feel better when I do it. So that was what encouraged me to take a lot of my recipes and kind of alter them. It took a long time, but this is the scenario of it. There's about 370 recipes in here, anything from breakfast, desserts, lunch, dinner, snacks, side side dishes, breads, pastas, if you can believe it, lasagna. And I also added a 14-day, let's see if I can find it, a 14-day menu plan. So for any of you guys that are not understanding keto, what I've done is I've broken up all the macros so that you get 20 macros, 21 macros, or net carbs or under in the day. And I break up your total carbs, your fiber, your fat, your proteins, your calories, and I break it all down, and I keep the calories, I try to keep it between about 13 to 1600, and that's on average. And then there's some special occasion recipes in here that take a little bit longer that are a lot more net carbs, but those are for guys, and those are for people that don't require 20 net carbs or less. They really do need to have 40, 50, 60 carbs or net carbs a day. So I've given a variety of them, and you've got all the recipes in here. Every one of them are broken down. And my Keto Corned Beef Hash is in the breakfast section here. So that's one of the great things. But you get desserts in here, and you get snacks in here on my 14-day plan. You can randomly go in here and just make anything. And all of these items, they're not hard to find, they're easy to find. But this has been my love, and this has been a lot of fun. And so from here I realized, you know, maybe people just want certain things. Maybe they just want breakfast. Maybe they just want dinners. Maybe they just want breads. Just give me some desserts or something. So now I'm taking this and I'm kind of revamping a series. So I have my first part of the series done. I have another book that is just for keto breakfast. And I'm working on my third book, which is just keto breads. So anyway, if you guys have not, if you're, excuse me, if you're looking for some amazing recipes and you're looking for things that taste, oh my gosh, and real butter's in here, you have got to get my recipe book, and you have got to try it. And when you get my book and try it, please leave in the comments below and let me know what you made and what you thought of it, because, you know, being a cook and an author, you know, I can always change things up if I feel like I've made a mistake, which is very, very common and very normal. So, and if you find any mistakes in any of my books, let me know and I'll definitely change them and update them. But anyway, I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to eat this, but I really, really just wanted to visit with you a little bit and let you know that I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for following me. I haven't been as consistent. I've had my daughter's wedding and all of her, you know, things for almost up to 3 or 4 months before the wedding, all of people coming in and having parties and catering and all kinds of things. So anyway, I'm going to do my very best to get back on this weekly thing like I've promised on my YouTube channel. And I just hope that each and every one of you that come on here, leave a comment below and let me know if you've tried these, or that if it looks good to you, or if you have any ideas for any other videos. Maybe you have a recipe and you would like me to, you know, maybe alter it and play with it a little bit and maybe do it live. So who knows? So anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Don't forget to take a look. It's on Amazon. There's a link down below that you can grab this cookbook, or my other two that are coming. One's there, another one's coming. And please don't forget to try this keto corned beef hash. I love you guys. Make sure and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, hit the bell above and never miss one of my cooking videos or our mukbangs. Until next time, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.